Can't get ahead of her though. First kill coming through the rain, and the second down. She's done it. She kept res in this game.
Hello, everyone. Oh,
I introed the last one.
yeah.
Now you stole on the spotlight, Jack.
Well, no, I'm normally the host.
Oh, you go for it. Just steal the. It's okay.
No, go on, you do
no,
it.
it's okay. I'm trying to get experience in hosting and introing the show, and there you are.
You're not very good.
Hello, welcome back to Intel Extreme Challenge Katowice 2019. Yeah,
See, look, this is why I do the hosting.
You do it from the top.
This is normally why we do it.
From the top.
Welcome back, everybody. We're jumping into our second map here. It is going to be Mirage, and it will be Dignitas versus Pain Gaming. The first one was ridiculous. I mean, if I'm honest, it was the CAF show, and it was a 16-1 game. Lunacy snots.
Yeah, I believe it was nearly 30 frags in 17 rounds, so very much the Kath show in the last one. And let's see now, as this is the map pick from Pain Gaming. Kath with the entry. Second as well, as she is definitely continuing her form from the last map.
Ooh, yeah, already bombarding their way out. They've got control of the site in a matter of seconds. Milk attempting to aggress towards CT as well. Here's overthrown by the Xena. Ooh, she can't actually find herself a second though, unfortunately. The bomb's starting to tick away. Gabby coming back around, up through CT. Looking in to try and find the frag, but Elite with the Glock will make quick work out of her. And Dignitas, off the back of a beautiful start, carry on things with a nice opening pistol round as well. And instantly goes for those AK buys.
Kath with a double entry there towards Palace. 3 versus 4. On the side towards triple, I believe it was Shirleyana. Gets one, but so hard to deal with that situation versus the Glocks once they've already got out from ramp and swarmed onto the site. Once again, 1-0 here for Dignitas as Milk comes lurking towards the A side. It seems like this is going to be the execution towards A. Playing this one clean and clinical. Actually, 3 of the players forcing from Pain Gaming, so this is shaping up to be a 3-0 lead here early on for the T side, and Dignitas Female just steamrolling through that A side once again.
Yeah, it's looking like it did on Train. It is quite scary. In terms of the maps that we saw where Pain Gaming were actually pretty impressive, it was Nuke and Overpass, and unfortunately, the way the veto's gone, it definitely looks like it is majorly in favor of Dignitas. Xena will find one kill, takes down Kath. At the very least, it's just a consolation prize, really. They're on the hunt to try and find Gabby. She has armor, 2 flashes and a smoke, P250 in hand as well, so if she can save this, it would still be a nice little addition to bring through into the next round. And it does seem like she'll get away scot-free as Dignitas go 2-0.
Cleanly as well, 4 players surviving the round. Frags on the SMGs. Can't really ask for more if you are Dig. And now the eco for the CT side. So, as predicted, the 3-0 lead here for Dig. Round like this for Pain Gaming, the best option really is to stack a site, try and get some weapons, maybe save onto an AK or 2 into the next round, and maybe give yourself some extra utility or an AWP, for example, in round number 4, but that's really the most you can ask for. And Dignitas are actually expecting the reverse psychology. They're going for the exact same round. And there you go, walking onto a completely vacant and barren A bomb site. Now for Pain Gaming, do they actually just save and try and deny the kills for the SMGs? Or are they actually going to try and get a few kills themselves?
Gabby. Ooh, crisp as ever. A lovely little shot out from the P250 to kill Elite on the aggro play in towards the CT. However, Rain and Kath are just going to be bodying absolutely everyone that dares to encroach on their bomb site. And Dignitas do claim that 3rd round. And here comes the buy now from Pain Gaming. Ooh, instantly a double AWP setup. All right, we're going to see Gabby on the secondary AWP, Cammy picking up the main there. We've got the 2 AUGs as well, and Pan, of course, rocking the 3rd AUG.
In theory, it makes sense with how aggressive Dignitas are playing. You know, they're peeking, Kath, Milk, entry fragging towards the sites. The issue is, though, those AWPs aren't very good versus an execution. And as I say that, we witnessed it in front of our very eyes. Pan, though, playing up close. Simplified 1. Rain with a brilliant trade frag, but the AWPs are starting to pay their dividends as Cam tries to go for more. Gets 2 so far. Gets her team the lead. The issue is now trying to stay alive without giving away that frag and turning this into the 2 versus 2.
Artstar and Emulate in a position to still try and secure this round for the Dignitas side. Artstar with the Org gets a shot off, kills that primary AWPer for the Pain Gaming side and leaves it in a mirror matchup. A 2-on-2. Org and AWP versus Org and AWP with a minute on the clock. Fast adjustment there from Gabby. Beats out the AWPer. And she had the AWPer hand in that situation. It's all up to Artstar to clutch it now. Shoots the smoke away. Makes a little bit of ruckus towards the site. If she did want to commit for the short plant right now, she would be able to get it down. Unfortunately, it's not. She's paranoid about it, obviously, last knowing there was a player towards short. Drops off the smoke as well. Looking to try and plant back towards ramp so she can recoil away with 35 seconds left on the clock as the bomb now goes down. This is actually very smart. You play close in the box, you go onto the elevated angle. She's dropping off it, though. Took the fight. There is a potential timeline there, Snods, where if she played in the box, it could have worked out. It's a juicy angle. It's quite hard to get the fast flick up if you are the AWPer. Instead, took the more aggressive stance, and the gamble didn't pay off. Pain Gaming, first round on the board in quite some time.
Yeah. Second round they've had so far, this best of 3. And we're into the second map. Very well played there by Cammy towards triple. I thought for a second, as soon as it was that 2-for-1 exchange early on, we're seeing deja vu. Instead, though, individual plays finally working out for the Brazilian side. Gabby now, the second arm, going to be pushing aggressive in towards the B side, gaining as much information as she possibly can. But just the default now from Dig. 3 players out towards middle, the bomb left there as well. Artstar regrouping towards underpass. This could be a boost in towards window, a split towards the A site. Especially now as they have Kath as well in towards Palace, so they're really waiting for this next pick. But so is Cammy, as she holds diligently towards connector. Oh, they've made noise, but thankfully, there's no one nearby to hear it. No repercussions. Pain Gaming playing absolutely petrified towards the sites, giving no map control towards middle, which allows for the window boost. And they actually have no one holding for it as well, Jax. They're very susceptible.
Cammy gets the first pick there towards connector. However, Milk, a rapid response with the AK cap as well.
Wow.
That was clean. A crisp adjustment. The aim training's been paying off because that was just sublime. Milk as well, doubling down to find herself a follow-up frag. And these AK entries are on point. Emulate with a final killing blow. Gets her own back on Gabby this time when it comes down to the AWPing. And Dignitas, they might have conceded the previous round, but they're not willing to make the same mistake twice.
4-1. Harsh reset now against Pain. Right now they're feeling the pain of that as reflected by their buy. They've gone for a force jack, and the best they have to offer is Deagles and Kevlar. Onto one of the players. Deagle, no Kevlar for Cammy, obviously saving for that AWP. I reckon this is going to be a 6-1 lead here for Dig on their terrorist side. And we haven't even seen them go B once so far. 6 rounds in. 6 times they've hit towards the A side. So, Pan with 1. Good angle as the off angle, but only good enough for 1, as it is a flash in the pan as she is dispatched off.
The distance not really favouring Bazina there with the CZ that she had to try and play with. And Shalina, oh, Glock bursted down from Rain up close and personal. Overthrown. 7-1 in Rain's original KD there, and 5-1 in terms of the overall game. Pain Gaming, it was always that double eco they were pretty much going to have to play with because they just do not have any bank. No money at all, Snods.
5-player bombardment and horde of CTs charging up towards middle as Artstar manages to find 2, so the MP5 has nearly been paid back. Obviously, she has the information as well that there was at least 3 or 4 players there towards middle, and Milk with the bomb is getting a bit frag hungry. Bomb will be planted, and the round will be secured. As now for Cammy and Pan and Gabby, the best they can do is just try and find a kill and get a consolation frag, maybe an exit weapon. Nothing really to write home about.
Milk getting the shut down there onto Cammy. Kills her with the AK, and it is only Pan that remains. Shot through the smoke by Milk. Last time around, it was Kaf having a ridiculous performance. Milk has definitely been looking like the duo. Her partner in crime there for a lot of these rounds. Been very effective at some of the shots being connecting. Both of them have been crisp and deadly with the AK shots they've been pulling out of the bag tonight.
Yeah, it's very strange, actually. We didn't see that versus Assassins on Dust 2.
Don't worry, just live the music, enjoy the atmosphere it's building.
The ambience, the pressure, the music gets the heart racing, the blood flowing.
Because obviously we are getting the rehearsals ready for tomorrow's live stage show.
People are going to be impressed with the production we have for tomorrow. The bracket play is going to be sublime. But for now, though, so as this take towards A from Dig. Artstar kicking things off once again. She's so good at getting these entries.
They're all crisp. Everyone on Dignitas looks absolutely unreal. I mean, we talk about them being one of the teams to really watch throughout the entire tournament. They made a name for themselves over the course of last year after winning the Intel Challenge to the point they're now at Snods. They really have gone from strength to strength. Obviously, the only real change that is a notable one is Goosebreeder departing, Kaf coming in, and it hasn't phased them. If anything, I'd say this squad looks better now than we've ever seen in terms of some of the shots they're hitting. Individually, these players look unreal. As the music gets louder.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to lip sync right now.
Yeah.
Or lip read even. So, another eco coming out from Pain. Some P250s. Apart from that, it's looking abysmal here for the CT side. Rain, first kill towards B. Artstar does go down, but again, she may have seen the additional 2 players there, and off the back, the instant reaction from Dig to just take full control towards B. And this is going to be an 8-1 scoreline unless the flank from Bazinga is one to remember.
Oh, Bazinga. Coming up from behind, unfortunately has been detected. She needs to try to commit to this if she wants to make the play here. They drop the smoke. She knows Emulite's there. She backpedals away. Milk as well, holding for the assault towards top. It actually falls, goes down. And she has been executed towards the bomb site. Kaf wiling out with the AK, hitting these shots, driving them back. And this is going to go 1-8. There's nothing that Pain Gaming can really do into this scenario. The bomb will detonate and another round will be 100% secured for Dignitas here. Their T side looking good.
Pathetic fallacy as the music really matches the really matches the
impact of the game.
The absolute annihilation of Pain Gaming right now from Dig. I hope the stream is
because this,
this is intense. But so is this matchup, as there's so much on the line. Pain Gaming coming all the way from Brazil, and to go out on the first day in fashion like this would be far from ideal, especially as last year this exact same 5 managed to make it to top 4.
Well, it looks like they're going to be using that fast-paced tempo once again. Snods to go for the aggressive play in towards the B side. Cammy goes down. She needed to have impact, and unfortunately she can't quite muster it up. Gabby as well in the reposition, not playing underneath window. The mind games could come into effect, but the timing is everything. And she's losing her teammates. Her sisters in arms falling around her, but she's still being effective. Another head collected as it falls into the 2v2.
No smokes though for Dignitas. They can't smoke off towards Kitchen, but then again, that actually might be to their benefit here. As Sholiana has to come from short. Cat spots them out. 1 versus 1 now. Emulite knows exactly where Sholiana is. The smoke will shroud the vision. Emulite has no idea which side she's coming from, and a very smart play from Sholiana as she comes underneath the balcony. Sholiana displays exactly where she is, but the Molotov Jack. Ooh, she can
get this. She could just
down to milliseconds. Once again, fate, it seems like, as Dignitas steal yet another round.
Wow. Emulite in the last second there. I mean, it looked close, right? That actually could have gone either way at that point. But still, it is going to be another round for Dignitas, and that is an unfortunate one. That'll be a bit of a kick in the teeth for the Pain Gaming side. Round 11 here. 9-1. As they start to, once again, develop the story further. The mid-control coming around.
Three players middle. One B, one Palace. Once again, the 1-3-1 default coming out from Dignitas, and why not? Don't fix what isn't broken. 2 players in connected, they can now boost towards window. This time we see the adjustment finally of having someone hold towards the CT window position. 10 rounds in though, Jack. It's a bit too late at this point. And actually, as I say that, Bazinga storms away. And I think Milk may have actually heard those steps. And this is going to end in pain and suffering. Very crisp headshot there towards the default site from Milk onto Cammy. And now the remaining players can just go towards B. Or can they?
Well, it's nowhere near as clean-cut as it looked like it was potentially developing towards, but they do have a backstab. Doesn't matter. Rain, the full frontal assault, just takes the firefight with the confidence that she has and washes them all away, reducing them to just 2 players into this round. Pan and Sholiana. And it all comes down to this, Nods. These 2 CTs need to have a tremendous performance. Bear in mind, there's 1 kit in play.
The flank from Pan needs to be perfect. So far, so good. First frag found. Milk into the 1 versus nothing. It is going to be a round finally picked up by Pain Gaming again. It is going to go 2-9. 2 players surviving, so obviously the potential for a full harsh reset is still there for Pain Gaming. They saved the AWP, thankfully, but if they want to keep running this double AWP setup, which is extremely costly, well, they are buying the AWP and the economy is going down.
Yes.
Oh dear. So, tactical pause coming out from, well, I imagine from Dignitas, as they do not want Pain to gain any momentum in this matchup. They've won maybe, how many in a row is that? They've won 6 in a row. They finally lose the round, pause, recalibrate themselves, win this 12th round, reset their money for Pain Gaming, and for my money, that's going to be booking the ticket home for Pain.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does seem like it is going that way, as Dignitas just have looked unreal in a lot of the situations they've been in. You've got the AWP out on Emulate again as well. They have so much cash to play with that it is fine. And they can't afford to try and do something a little bit cheeky going into this one, Snots.
Still the pause. Long discussion being had. Trying to work out where they can exploit. For Pain Gaming, obviously, the real issue has been middle. We've seen no mid-control coming out from Pain Gaming. The issue is, if you give up mid-control completely, you have to take another part of the map. Either push B-apps, be aggressive in towards ramp, have a setup where there's a crossfire maybe towards ramp, or have something where you push forward, not only for information, but to have a forward position once the attack actually comes, because if you're being split upon, you can go for that double push towards ramp, get 2 kills, play the retake, having ramp control and an amount advantage. But instead, they opt to just give up mid-control. But as I say that, Jack, Caster's curse, here are 4 of the players.
Oof. All right.
Much better, though.
Yeah, the defense actually working with the Orgs this time around. You've only lost 1 player. Rain looks to try and make that number worse, though, and cause a gap between the sides. Gets the kill off on Pan, left with just 28 HP. 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock. And the full rotation's coming around, unfortunately, as well. Some team attack being distributed. Yeah, the pressure really starting to be palpable here and tangible in the server. Once again, team damage coming out from Pain Gaming. That's the 2nd time it's happened now. Bazinga manages to come out through the CT smoke just at the right time, and as Artstar wasn't expecting it. Are you a big fan of the Big Bang Theory? Is that what that was?
Was that a reference which I had no idea I said?
I mean, you just called a Bazinga.
Bazinga, yeah. It's just rolls on the tongue with a baby. Anyway, 2 versus 3. 30 seconds left. And they have the site control. 1 flashbang to rule them all. And she will plant for middle. Rain holds for the short peek. Gabby goes for it. And Rain wins it. They now have an after plant position with the bomb planted for them.
2-on-2. Emulate with the AWP. You gotta hit those. You need to be able to try and punish them at this point, but they're still pushing their way towards the side. They line up for her as well. HE does a ton of damage, leaving her on 50 HP. Cammy knows the angle she's playing from. She has the smoke. She could try and drop it over. and get on the bomb if she wants to. Attempts to smoke the bomb, it bounced a little bit further forward. There's a small gap on the side as well as they push their way back through. Isn't committed to the defuse yet. She's making a mockery out of them. Kills one, she has to stick on it. They're missing with the knife, but it will come through in the end. Elite will find her, accepts her fate, and Dignitas get a 10th round.
That's the reset we were talking about. 10-2 now, double digits now for Dignitas as Pain Gaming are going to go for the force buy behind $1,500. CZs, Kevlar, I mean, there's no rifles, there's no SMGs, it's just Deagles and P250s. And I think if you're Dignitas, you actually expect an eco here. They're going to be very surprised when they witness the force.
Ooh. Calf eliminates Cami on the early drive-by into the round. Bear in mind, I mean, it's just pistols they're really bringing to the table to try and defend themselves with. Through the smoke. So nice shot to get off, but it's not really going to amount to too much. The CT aggression from Milk, as per usual, it seems to be a bit of a signature when she gets there towards CT. Delves her way in. Artstar picking up a headshot as well, and everyone is just collapsing here, Snods. Dignitas showing once again the might they have. It is a 2 versus 2s. There is potential, especially when Gabby picks up the AK and begins to slay. Confidence is everything, and Elite gives away a position now. They've got the smoke off. They can block it off, and she's going to bombard straight back through. She needs to land the shot on the diffuser, but she can't connect it. In the nick of time, Gabby's going to grab the defuse.
No, she's not. Oh, my goodness.
Seconds, milliseconds.
3-10. The force buy finally working for Pain Gaming. It's not really anything to write home about, as Dignitas still have 10 rounds, double digits in their T half. So, smoke towards top middle. Big gaps in those, so Dignitas not going to be too scared of that one. Artstar denies the Molotov, going to make them scared of trying to take BAP's control. And for Dignitas now, all they have to do is wait. They've seen Molotov and a Molotov aggressive take towards the B site and B apartments. They've seen the smoke towards top middle as well. They play the patient game, they wait for the smokes to fade, they walk out middle with flashbangs and good utility, and they can still gain mid control and act as if nothing happened.
Milk making her way down mid. Has the smoke out. Gonna re-smoke towards CT. That's 2 CTs now blocked off with vision towards short, and they're sending the whole squad up there as the Wolf Pack will be delving through. They are blocked off by CT side smoke, and this depends on the peak. If she goes for the extension around, surely hearing the pitter-patter, the footstep, as they charge their way up now in towards the B bomb site, Gabby with the AUG has to do something simply spectacular here if she wants to stop them in their tracks, and she can't. Hit by the AWP. Artstar assisting as Gabby goes down, and it's a free CT retake. For the utility they've got to work with, Snods, it's 2 flashes and 1 Molotov. But in reality, it's the trade of the AWPs already, the flick of the wrist from Elite and Cami.
Have to save. No defuse kit, no smoke, no nothing. Although now they have even numbers. I think Rain was trying to hunt down the save, actually. In the midst of that, she may have actually conceded the round as it's down to Artstar. 1 versus 2. Knows exactly where both the players are. Knows the bomb's not being stuck. It goes for the face and through the wall. Cami will make it 4. Wow, they must have called that they were saving. I mean, even myself, I said that they should save. Oh, my God. No, they didn't get that lucky this time.
Not this time.
Thunder does not strike the same place twice, and
I suppose it might be quite hard for him to hear.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for us to hear. Yeah, true. True.
But kind of did also see Dignitas going for B rushes quite a few times that were just instant B rushes. Would make sense. But
I respect the adaptation.
I mean, it's smart. It's the Carrigan style of playing.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, it really is. We spoke about obviously saying that on the big stage you can go for the faster plays. Oh! That's some nice shots there, but only lasts for a few seconds as she is dispatched off immediately afterwards. 4 versus 3 now, as this is just a clean up coming out from Dig. It's gonna go 12-3 in the first half. Then again, we saw them throw a very similar situation here as Milk up close, able to find the kill onto Pan. Now it's just Gabby, no Kevlar, just the AWP, no defuse kit as well. And she is trying to play the lottery with those shots through the smoke. 12-3.
Wow. Again, pretty one-sided. Obviously, 2 extra rounds there.
I don't think a good enough adjective. Extremely one-sided. As 12-3, we saw a 14-1 in the last map. And this is another map pick coming out from Pain as well. We expected to see far more than what we witnessed. And I mean, what can you really say there, Jack? It's, I don't want to say not good enough, but it's also just leaps and bounds. You know, the discrepancy between these two teams really shows. Yeah,
it's true. I mean, Dignitas definitely looking like the furthered side. They look better in pretty much each and every way individually. That's what's been giving them the edge, though.
So, potentially the final pistol round of the day. As Pain Gaming, you can see they're playing very passive here. I think they're expecting Dignitas to go for a push in towards Palace. Or middle. But now then, let's see. Boost in towards Shaw. Artstar spots the players going in towards Connector. She's actually smoked off and can be quarantined in towards Ladder Room. Emily as well gets pushed down, but Pain Gaming don't really apply the pressure when they had them basically locked off and trapped.
A lot of damage done. Site control has been taken. Shirleyana advancing with the aggression, kills Emulate. There's only 3 CTs that remain. Make that 2 as Milk is scratched out of existence and Rain suffers the same fate as well. It's all up to Caf. She had a huge first map. It was absolutely insane. Oh, with the USP, connecting a shot off there, kills Pam, but still so much more to do, and no time, unfortunately, as she will go down. Pain Gaming, they needed that pistol round. It could be a potential lifeline for them, Snods, but still, the discrepancy between the two sides, the sheer amount of rounds that Dignitas have already achieved, is going to be a hard margin to build towards.
At least they have the second half pistol to work around if they do want the comeback to come through. We saw Dig actually be in the reverse position earlier versus Assassins when they were 15-6 down, and they, or 14-6, 15-6 down, and eventually made it, I believe, 11 or 12-16. So they did win a string of rounds, 5 or 6, but even then it was just frivolous as they eventually lost the map in the latter portion of the game. But Falika coming out from Dig, they can obviously concede this round. They're not going to get greedy and aggressive and overbuy. They understand they have an 8-round advantage right now. They can just lose this round with the eco, make it 5-12, get into the buy rounds, and then give themselves such a good chance of taking this potential final map.
Gabby, slaughtering as per usual, eliminates Artstar, but they bite right back in her face, dealing damage. The only thing that's going to do is cause them to scarper over towards the B site. They will deviate from the original plan of taking A. Elite looks to cut them off, doesn't actually spot them out here. Listening for the footsteps potentially there, looking towards the wall. Milk's in position to cut this rotate, but gets found out as well. Will go down, just pistols. Mere secondary weapons they have to try and deal with this fully armed squad from Pain Gaming. The T-side Terminators should take this round now. Bomb's going to go down. It's only Caf that remains. She's just going to be sitting there on the close wall looking for an exit, but will it really come her way? They are low, but Bazina is certainly not.
Ooh, gets spotted out. Goes for the dink. Doesn't quite work out for her. Still, though, she's on 15 kills with 100 ADR. Yeah, even Rain, Milk as well. They're all just doing so well individually. So, 7-round advantage still in favor of Dig. Pain Gaming grouping outside the A side, maybe trying to give Dignitas a taste of their own medicine after going consistently towards the A site. And they're going at a faster pace as well, but they're going to be walking into Emulate. Ooh, she was actually on the ladder there. That could have been 2.
Yeah, there was potential. Artstar punishing people, Snods. Rain. Oh, it's going huge as she sails her way to victory. 13 rounds now accumulated.
That was maybe a 25-second round at most. Pain Gaming tried to go for a similar player that what Dig were doing to them, but they just don't have the skill. We saw Artstar with 2 crisp headshots. Rain as well, the 2K. She came in towards ramp, pushing through the smoke. So, let's see then, as they are going to go for another buy. Single, well, double kill actually for Pan and Sholiana. 3 AKs to round off the rest of the T-buy. For Dignitas, it's 1 Fatmas for Artstar, an AK for MU Elite, and then Orgs and M4s. So, even buy here from both teams. But right now, in terms of team play, in terms of individual skill, it's far from even.
Calf goes to the peak up towards top mid, kills Cammy. Already a opener for Dignitas into the round. It's going to slow down the tempo fairly majorly, but the awkward fact is they're so split, they're so deviated, there's no room for trade, Snods. They're isolated. The Lone Ranger and Pan making a move in towards the B site should be spotted out by Milk, really. She's in the angle to capitalize against. If she backs off, grabs the bomb, links up with the rest of the team, potentially delves into a play towards the 8 site late into this, it could still work out. Vizina will be able to eliminate Rain. It's coming back into a 4v4. There is still potential for this one to work out. Sholiana as well. Spots out Calf. Artstar. The rotation could be cut off completely, but it doesn't work.
4 versus 2. 30 seconds remaining, and they still have to get the bomb all the way from T-spawn towards the B site. This is a crucial kill now from Milk. If she can deny the kill from Pan onto her, make this entry in towards B extremely difficult. Ooh, okay, gets the first. There's only 12 seconds left, so she has to stay alive here for a few more precious seconds. She's doing so well. And now, 1 versus 3, 6 seconds left. There could have been something. But 6 to 13, the reset now against Dignitas, something we haven't seen so far in this best of 3. And imagine Dig do go for the 4 spies. They are going to go for the pause, and once again, they build up a string of rounds, they finally lose one, they make the correct call to use their pauses while they're ahead before it's too late.
13 to 6. In terms of the stat line, delving into things, you can see Dignitas female, it's a lot closer together. Gabby, obviously the top performer right now for the side of Pain Gaming, 16 to 13 with an 86 ADR. Whereas you have a trifecta, Milk, Calf, and Rain. 95, 94, and 92 ADR respectively. 1 frag difference between the 3 of them. It's madness how much impact these 3 ladies have had in the game. They have just been crisp as ever. It's the manner in which they've been landing these shots as well, if you think about it. Especially when they had the AKs in their hands. They looked amazing with some of the shots they were landing, Snods. And
it's funny because it was actually the Org on the CT side on Train where they were...
Well, that was Cash bread and butter, right?
Any chance of a T side being accumulated by Pain. But obviously they are still in the pause, so they are still discussing the tactics for this current round. Round number 20. So they have gone for the force. M4 for Milk. Thamas going to be in the hands of Artstar. Deagle for Kath. 2 P250s for Rain. And for MU Leeds. So, Kath playing towards window this round, trying to win the lottery with a Deagle shot through the smoke. Nothing coming of it as of yet. Pain Gaming, they're playing passive, playing slow. But Milk, she's got the Soul M4, so she really needs to find that entry frag with the 1 rifle that they have, apart from Artstar's Famas. Ooh, gets spotted though, that's the M4 given up. If I'm Pain Gaming, I know where the Soul M4 is, that was saved. Now they should be taking mid-control here. Take advantage of the fact that there's only pistols there.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the mid-control, so you can build off that quite easily as well. That's just you now having the full information to understand how to capitalize off this. Elite pushes out. All right, this is when it starts to get quite awkward, actually. They've now got 2 rifles stationed towards that site, one of them being an AK and Elite. She has armor as well. This is worrying. Sholiana, paranoid, expecting potential push to come through in towards Connector, has had to now start to peel her way back and play this a lot safer. This round isn't as free as it was once looking for Pain Gaming. Looks like they might have to go through some suffering and grin and bear it. Artstar with a jump spot gets the info. Molotov cast down towards Truck. There's the second Molotov to Forest. Her teammate dies. Artstar with a FAMAS gets one. Pan will trade it back with the Kalashnikov. Ooh.
Wow, she still wins the duel versus Sholiana. Anyway, the Rain as well finds one. 1 versus 3, and Kami goes down immediately. 14-6. A round advantage again. And it seems like this is going to be another very quick game. Jack, so far today, I've had a 16-7, a 16-6, a 16-2.
Yeah.
A 16-2. And now this looks like a 16-6 again.
I've had like pretty much full 30 rounds for my series. It was a very long best of 3. It was good.
Very hard for your money.
It was, to be fair, it was actually like a very exciting watch.
I've actually really enjoyed these games. I think it's refreshing because, you know, you see sometimes with the current landscape, you see the same teams over and over, the same matchups, the same games being played. But because the female scene is obviously spanned out across, well, 2 team tournaments and then one national tournament in WSG, you know, you don't get oversaturated with it. You actually enjoy it every time, and so far it's been very fun casting it.
You don't get the bigger picture a lot of the time, so it's actually quite nice, obviously, when you see certain players.
Surprising, yeah.
Yeah, like last tournament for me with how well Bullet Girl performed,
Yeah.
which was absolutely ridiculous. Some of the AWP capabilities she displayed was amazing. Anna, this tournament, who unfortunately is now gone from the tournament, was unreal. Some of the shots she was hitting, and obviously into this one, the entire Dignitas squad. We thought they looked good last year, and they look head and shoulders above. In terms of the actual aim capability, it's unreal.
But then you got to remember, you are casting the losers matchup. They actually lost.
Yes, that's
Assassins, who looked really good.
You can still see with a raw aim, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's there. That's always actually coming through.
So, let's see then. Pain Gaming have 2 UMPs, and AK is one in the hand of Gabby. So far, it's working out quite well. MU leads, spotted towards the balcony position, finds 1, but up before there's 2 additional frags for the T side. 2 versus 4. And in terms of cash, you could argue that Dig should be saving here, but with the confidence they have so far on the server, Jack, they're going to be going for it, especially if they're giving away kills like that. This is too sloppy for my liking.
Bear in mind, look how low they are. If they get the spam off, the bomb is down as well. That's it. There's no way. You'd have to fully commit to this. You've got to grab the bomb. You've got to part now. You've got 3 seconds of leeway. 2 seconds, it's over. You've been eliminated there. They left it too long. They dilly-dallied, and they've paid the price.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
15-6 nods. Dignitas female securing that round. The commotion, the nerves, potentially the hecticness of the comms.
Yeah, it was so strange because obviously on Train in the last map, it was the orbs that were being gifted these kills in situations where Pain Gaming should have been flashing, they should have been trading the kills. You know, it's deja vu to what we saw there towards Connector. Players jumping around with the knives out, just anticipating maybe the save from Dignitas in the 4 versus 2, I'm not sure, but the plays are just too sloppy. They're giving up too much room and too much opportunity for Dignitas to come back in all of these rounds. But 9 match points now for Dig. So 2 players on the pass, 3 towards A. It's going to be the A split, but Kath is on the fast flank, so this could be the last round we see today.
Kath coming up behind them. The slow assault. They turn around, they try and defend, but the timing works in her favor. She gets one. That causes paranoia. Kami would have to turn and destroy them, but Kath finds another frag. It's all come down to Kami. She has 1 kill, Snods, and she can't do it. 16-6. We see the win. That is a smooth 2-0, and Dignitas will take it.
They will indeed. 16-2 on Train, 16-6 on Mirage. Pain Gaming have been eliminated from Intel Challenge 2019.
It's rough as well. Obviously, the Brazilian squadron, the only team that stuck with a core 5, the entire roster. I spoke to Tom about it. I said maybe that's the difference, is obviously going up against Auglis. It's the fact there was a ton of talent there, but they're still in their infancy in terms of how long that real mix has come together to develop into a team, right?
Yeah, also, Auglis as well couldn't get a visa for one of their players, had to play the stand-in, so all of the prac they had coming into this event was just completely null and void. So obviously that sucks for them, but they had to make the best of a bad situation. They go out first, and joining them as well as Pain, so obviously, well, going into tomorrow, Dig have made it, Assassins have made it, Dignitas have made it, and I think CLG Red right now playing as well to find out the next team going through, as I don't think their game was quite as one-sided.
No, Dignitas definitely looking like they've still got a lot to prove. Obviously, potentially losing that map and forcing them to play in the lower bracket here could have been what actually gave them a bit of a wake-up call, making them realize they need to really bring their A game. And they do win in the end. Unfortunately for the Brazilian side, Pain Gaming, you know, they will be departing the tournament at this point. We saw some moments of greatness. I think there was a lot to look at. For me, it's a shame as well because it seems like on a map-by-map basis, we see some of these players drop off because there really was a lot to prove that was coming out. And it just slipped away on Mirage there. Train as well. Overthrown by the AWPs for the most part.
But it was also, I think, for me, the just mental fortitude to play 6 maps back-to-back. They had a 20,
yeah, no stopping.
They did a break,
really.
which is fair enough, but those games were close. You know, you
they were really long.
Energy, physically and mentally, to try and keep your focus going for 6 to 7 hours is so difficult. I mean, we struggle casting for that long, let alone playing with that level of intensity.
Because that's what I mean. Like with Sholiana, she had a very, very good performance on Nuke. She dropped like 32 frags. She was just absolutely destroying. That continued on to Overpass. Second half of Overpass, it was still there. Inferno just started to taper off of it. We then have, as you said, roughly about half an hour. We come back in again, and she didn't look like herself in that game because on Train she just didn't even have a chance, really. I mean, they
none of them did, really.
Exactly.
13-0 down at one point, so
we didn't really see the true picture there.
Exactly. Closing thoughts. For me, MVP of the day would be Mimi, as how she played versus, well, the likes of Dignitas, the likes of Pain Game, the opening matchup as well. Mimi and Vilga were so strong on Assassins. I mean, obviously, Goose Breeder and Emmy on CLG Red. Yep. Obviously, you casted Anna as well, who was putting up major numbers for
in terms of the stuff that Anna was doing, it was absolutely ridiculous with the AWP. Definitely had a lot of highlight potential. If we don't see some kind of frag movie with some of the stuff she was doing, even the limited number of games she played,
exactly.
I would be shocked.
Then obviously Kath in the last best of 3 as well.
Oh yeah, especially on Train. MVP of Train by far.
So that's going to conclude day 1 here at Intel Challenge. So far it's been very fun, very refreshing actually casting this year's Intel Challenge with the last one as well, and still just as enjoyable as ever.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of everything we've seen today, I think for me, this has probably been the most competitive Intel Challenge yet.
By far, in years.
It's crazy how close the teams look right now on a level. We're seeing potential for upsets because there isn't a point now in female CS where one clear team is the world beater. Everyone can beat everyone. This is actually probably, the tournament, I think, right now. It's been very interesting to see.
So, as I said, that concludes it. Brilliant show so far today. Nearly, I'll be there
almost. One day you'll be a host.
Hey, it's fun. You've got to get the practice in, got to grind out the hours, as these players have as well. From me, from Jack, from Tom as well, thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow.